Hey guys, RPM here. All right, I got a serious, bone to pick with a lot of you, mainly for the video that I posted yesterday called "The Ice Over KS5L Now Makes 1 Penny a Day." So, as I was reading all the comments on this video, I came to the conclusion that most people who commented will probably not be successful in crypto mining. And what I mean by that is people are really, I would say, going to the conclusion that it's over, that, Kaspa mining is dead, like crypto mining is dead. And as I pass through Greater Good Mining is, I would say, one of the couple comments that only have the true conviction in Kaspa and I guess crypto mining as a whole. Greater Good Mining is one of the most focused, long-term driven, successful at taking risks crypto miner. And so that's kind of what I wanted to just as I was reading through all these comments, it just occurs to me that most of you, or most people that are really not understanding the long-term goals of crypto mining, are not going to be successful. Okay. Especially when it comes to mining Kaspa. And so I wanted to reiterate here a bit more that since this KS5L, just, as I did that video yesterday, Kaspa's price was like 12.7 or 12.8 or something at that time. When I was on ASIC miner value, okay, at that time, it showed that it was making a penny a day, okay, at 11 cents kilowatt hour. I want to just stress that it was at 11 cents kilowatt hour. So now at 11 cents kilowatt hour, as of recording the next day, and also Kaspa did go up because Bitcoin did go up about 3%. It's now it hit up 63,000 earlier today, but Kaspa went up. Let's see here. Kaspa did go up about 5%. I think it did hit 14 cents earlier in the day. So with that, right, the KS5L profitability is now 57 cents. So it just goes to show how volatile crypto mining can be, but just understanding the long-term goal of, I guess, mining and holding. That's the crypto mining mentality of waiting for future price appreciation in, the inevitable bull run. All right, when Bitcoin hopefully goes into much higher numbers, where we are right now, $1.2 trillion, where, what if Bitcoin could go to 2 trillion, 3 trillion, right? I look at the big picture here, and that is what helps me sleep at night, because I know that Bitcoin will ultimately go to higher highs, not financial advice, but that's just how I feel. And I have the conviction and the long-term goal of being successful in this. And I'll tell you guys right now, right? Just reading all these comments, most of the comments, okay, there are some people here that get it. Some people understand, but most of the comments are quick to dismay, oh, I spent this much on a KS5L. And now I'm not making anything, but are forgetting the fact that, they're still yielding Kaspa and are also not understanding the long-term potential if Kaspa could go to higher numbers. That's what coincides with the thought process of mining and holding up until we have further price appreciation, like with Bitcoin. Then once Bitcoin goes up, a lot of the altcoins will go up, just like we saw today. Okay, we saw a lot of altcoins go up along with Bitcoin, right? That's what normally happens. Now, exactly what I said in yesterday's video, I want to stress that, yes, okay, buying Kaspa miners is probably not going to be a good idea, but there are people, which I just talked to a guy who bought like 10 KS5 Pros because he believes that the KS5 Pros, along with the aggressive emission schedule, along with the potential KRC-20 and all that kind of stuff, and also Grayscale, just today, they updated their blog here, assets under consideration. Grayscale is I think a $50 billion digital asset management company. And just on October 10th, they updated this and they showed assets under consideration. So whether or not Grayscale is going to pour billions of dollars into, Kaspa, that could be a interesting opportunity. Along with the KRC-20, Nacho the cat, has now partnered with Pionex.us, which thanks to them, they sponsored today's video here. Pionex.us is a US regulated exchange that now has Kaspa. So anyone in the United States can now trade Kaspa to USD if they choose. Okay, so there's spot here, market limit, and you can use, apparently they have a bot as well. But yeah, you can buy and sell Kaspa in the USA now. Pionex is the first exchange to have Kaspa here. And if you sign up, they do have a 100,000 Kaspa prize pool. And to enter, you have to buy or deposit 350 Kaspa to enter in. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So link down below if you guys want to sign up for Pionex. Thanks to them for sponsoring today's video. So with the potential of, KRC-20 tokens, like meme coins, essentially being listed on exchanges, that could potentially open up for Kaspa's, price appreciation. So that's what has been bullish, I guess, for Kaspa. And a lot of people have, I guess, conviction about it. And whether or not that's a positive for you to believe that that's actually going to happen or not, nobody has a crystal ball. I definitely don't. Do I believe Kaspa is going to go higher than where it is now? Yes, I believe so, because I believe that Bitcoin is eventually going to go into higher numbers here along with the market, right? So when Bitcoin goes up, I'm going to say that Kaspa is definitely going to go up. I mean, Kaspa hit up 20 cents at one point. And so whether or not there's going to be other tier one exchanges that are going to, list Kaspa as well, is that going to be a bullish sign? Is Grayscale going to get into Kaspa as well? That's a pretty big investment company. Are they going to have ETFs for Kaspa? That's pretty bullish. So a lot of signs here that really point towards that Kaspa being quite the coin that people are investing into. Now, this is going to tie into now with, I guess, ASIC miners, okay? And I don't have a crystal ball regarding this, and there's been obviously times when, a lot of these ASIC miners are not profitable, like right now, okay? At the point in time where we are right now in the market, of course, as I made that video yesterday, a lot of people were quick to say, oh, Kaspa mining's over. Why did I buy these miners? I'm not making anything. But then not realizing where we are in the market right now. Most people who get into crypto mining obviously have that belief that whatever miner that they buy, and if they're going to be mining and holding that token, is going to have price appreciation in the future. Now, that's not going to happen in like 2 weeks or a month or 3 months. Okay. And this is where I'm going to coincide that with people who bought, KS5Ls, KS5Ms over the past 3 months. That is such a short time frame. And most people's time horizon here, their long-term goal, like an investment, like let's say for a regular business, is at least 2 to 3 years. So for majority of people, again, majority of the comments that I was reading are short-sighted and are not understanding the long-term vision and not understanding the long-term goal. And that, in my opinion, as with my experience in the past, simply mining and holding, waiting for the cycles, staying lean, staying efficient, getting hardware that's efficient, keeping your power costs down. Okay, that's actually the most important thing to really hone in on your success. Okay, power cost matters a lot. Is really, in order to be successful, is to really have those long-term goals. And, crypto mining is not a get rich quick scheme. Okay. So that's where I really found, like, as I was reading those comments, I was just like, man, I'm looking at it in a wider angle. Like, I see the perspective from a lot of miners, a lot of home miners, especially those that have higher electrical costs. It's unfortunate. And that's where I see a lot of those comments, right? A lot of people that have, like we talked about, 11 cents kilowatt hour being, not many people have that anymore. And that is what has made these big boy miners, I guess the KS5L, to be, unprofitable or just barely breaking even now. So anyways, I just want to reiterate here that, okay, it does look dire now. We've seen these before. We've seen the times when it's not just with Kaspa, but like with other algorithms, other coins as well, where there's a big high in terms of its price and it just starts tapering down. And over time, it's just a zero. And then the ASIC miners are gone, or even like GPU mining as well. The profitability is just wiped out. But then there's always that, low time, like accumulation phase, as they call it, or the bear market. And then when times are good again, when the markets start going back up, when Bitcoin, for instance, is, let's say, $3 trillion, $4 trillion, you best believe that all the altcoin market is going to be utterly insane. Times when, the L3 pluses were selling for $50, then all of a sudden they were selling for like $3,000, or S9s that were selling for, $30, and S9s were selling for $1,000. It's like those times where we're going to be maybe caught off guard, where if Bitcoin all of a sudden just starts going up in price, altcoins start going up, people are now, this is where I'm going to get into now, is buying ASIC miners like Kaspa miners going to be a good buy right now? Well, what if the market just all of a sudden just starts going up over the next couple months and everyone starts FOMOing in buying miners, right? That's like the thought process, buying ASIC miners when it's a low time, when there's a lot of fear, a lot of doubt. People aren't buying this stuff right now because they're not seeing good profitability numbers. People are not going to be buying this stuff because they're not making anything. But what if, and it really doesn't take much, like Kaspa just moved up like a penny today, and we've just seen, you know, a few of these ASICs become profitable, the KS5Ls, okay, in terms of profitability. But this is where mining for profit or mining and holding for long term. This is you know, a delicate strategy that it's going to be all dependent on everyone's situation, power cost. People can pay for power out of pocket or not. You know, I'm not going to get into that, but like, it's the best strategy in my opinion is mining and holding for long term, or at least if you can pay for power with some of the coins and, you know, to alleviate depending on your financial situation. It's all different. I can't explain every single situation, but you guys know what I mean. Anyways, with Kaspa, if there's going to be a higher multiplier in terms of its price, I mean, then it's really then going to be profitable. If this happens in the next couple months, that is, all right. I have no idea if that's going to happen or not. But if that does, then a lot of these older Kaspa miners would then be in the profit, especially if you have higher electrical costs. Like people that have 8 cents electrical right now, like they're still okay, right? But people that have like 15 cents or something, which are going to probably be the vocal majority, are going to be saying that online and saying it's not good. And really, that's maybe correlating to all the comments that I got in yesterday's video, right? And everyone's perspective is different depending on their situation. And that's kind of what I just wanted to like talk about today. And it's just like being the content creator, I get to read comments. I get to see what the sentiment is. And I have already lived that since like 2018. And I've seen the ups and downs. For those that have been with me since the very beginning, you know, you guys have seen a lot of ups and a lot of downs. And during the down times, you guys know, like it's hard, right? And as I've been reading these comments, it's definitely that point again. And at that point, when it's like that, it's like markets can shift, things can get profitable again. ASICs are cheap. Is it a good time to buy now? It normally is, but do you have the conviction in that? Is Kaspa going to go higher in price? Is it going to have that adoption? You know, is Grayscale going to get into it? Are more exchanges like Pionex, like in the US, are they going to have support for Kaspa for more trading pairs? So I'm going to leave it at that. And I would like to know your guys' constructive thoughts and opinions in which, you know, a year from now or 3 months from now, 6 months from now, 2 years from now, 10 years from now, I can hopefully come back, look at these videos, and we can read the comments and be like, all right, this guy, you know, this guy was right, or this guy had the conviction, or look, it panned out. It worked out. You know, ultimately, Bitcoin went up to higher numbers. Altcoin season came back and, you know, Kaspa miners or whatever other miners that are out there started to become profitable again. Anyways, I could ramble on and this is long enough. Let me know your guys' thoughts. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a good one. Peace out.